afternoon, everybody. I hope you're having a great day so far and are looking forward to today's literacy lesson. Now, we're jumping straight into writing today because we've got lots to cover. But first, I just wanted to say what a pleasure it was to read your introductions yesterday. Please make sure that you're watching this video in its entirety. That means the whole way through, because yesterday it was really clear, or it was really obvious, the difference between those who were and those who weren't. I spoke about rhetorical questions and the need for them to build up as you went along, the need for them to have different sentence starters, and the need for there to be 3 of them. And those children who paid close attention to the video were able to meet all of those objectives. So really well done. Today we're packing a lot into the lesson, so it's important to listen carefully. Now, I'm going to start writing about the features that Leo the Learning Bear has today. But first, I'm going to read back the end of my introduction to make sure today's writing flows on. At the end of yesterday's lesson, I said, well, if this sounds like you, we, not I, there are still a few children using I instead of we. Well, if this sounds like you, we have a new interactive product that you'll be dying to get your hands on. So therefore, I know that today, the first thing I need to do is introduce the product and name it. Now, if you haven't already, write today's date and today's what, which is to write a persuasive advert. I haven't given you a specific what today because actually I want you to draw on all of the skills we've learned so far. That is being able to make your writing really cohesive, using really effective vocabulary choices, making sure you're using synonyms and expanded noun phrases to sell your features. So I really want to see all of that in today's writing and for you to be able to focus on every persuasive technique we've learned. Okay, if you've written your date and your what, then we're ready to begin. Now, yesterday I didn't name my product, so I need to be really clear what my product is before I start talking about its features. So I'm going to start off by saying his name, Leo the Learning Bear. And I'm making sure I'm using a capital letter for every single word in his name. Leo the Learning Bear has a range of innovative features. Innovative means cool or unique, perhaps quite different to what's been seen before. Has a range of innovative features, or perhaps you could say has several fantastic features. And I'm not going to jump into what one of them is straight away. I'm going to expand my sentence and say, Leo the Learning Bear has a range of innovative features that will excite as well as educate. Because remember, the main purpose of this toy is to help the children learn, as well as educate your child. And I could stop there, but I'm going to extend again and say as they play. So it's really clear to the reader what the product is and what it will do. It's Leo the Learning Bear. It's here to excite and educate your child, and it will do that as they play. They can learn with this product independently, and that's definitely an attraction to the parents. So I've made it clear that there's lots of features. I've been really careful with my vocabulary, excite and educate, because I know that that's exactly what will appeal to the parents. Now it's time to move on and talk about my features in more detail. So I'm going to write the heading at the side for myself. Feature 1. Remember, I really clearly need to state the feature, and you can look at your designs to help you. I know that the first feature I'm going to talk about is the colour pad on Leo's tummy. And that feature, I know from my plan, will help your child recognise all of the colours of the rainbow. So, how am I going to introduce that feature? Let's have a think. I could say Leo has a colour pad on his tummy, but that's not really going to grab the reader's attention. How could I make that even better? Great ideas. Okay, I'm going to go for One of the fantastic features, I've said innovative features there, so I'm not going to repeat that. One of the fantastic features, making sure my language choices really promote the product at all times. One of the fantastic features of this product is, and if I flick back to my plan, I can see that my feature was called Crazy Colour Mode, with a capital letter for the name of each feature, or a capital letter, for the beginning of each word. So, one of the fantastic features of this product is, open the quotation mark, Crazy Colour Mode. And I've remembered to use a capital letter for each of those words as well. Okay, I've introduced the feature, and the next thing I need to do is say what it does. So I'm going to give myself a little hint down the side. What does it do? Or you might also, you might also want to include, how does it do it? Because the reader might be wondering that. For some of them, it could be quite obvious, but perhaps not for all of them. So, what does it do? I'm going to say, I could start off by saying Crazy Colour Mode allows your child, but I'm going to say this thrilling feature. I've used the word thrilling because I'm trying to make the reader think that it's really exciting. Allows your child. Now I can see actually that I've already used your child here, so I'm going to take that away because I know that I'm working on cohesion today and I want to ensure that I'm not repeating my words. So I'm going to say allows your little one, or your tiny tot perhaps, allows your little one to learn all the colours of the rainbow. Learn all the colours. Colours is spelled C-O-L-O-U-R-S. Please be careful not to leave out the U. All the colours of the rainbow. With the touch of a button, I'm going to say. With the touch of a button. Now, I might need to tweak my design slightly because actually, you can see from my image, you're probably thinking, Miss Love, this doesn't have all of the colours of the rainbow, but my ultimate design is going to be a little bit different, I think. I'm just using this as inspiration. This thrilling feature allows your little one to learn all the colours of the rainbow with just the touch of a button. Great, the reader's thinking it sounds so simple already. Now, what do they have to do? The reader at this point might be wondering, how will they do that? How will they learn all the colours of the rainbow? That doesn't seem realistic. So I think it's really important to tell the reader how they'll be able to learn that. Otherwise, they might not think the feature is realistic. So I'm going to say all they have to do, and I've specially chosen the phrase, all they have to do. Can you have a think? Why have I chosen the phrase, all they have to do? Why might that phrase appeal to the reader? Great, because it makes it seem easy. It makes it seem like it's really simple for them just to touch a button. Therefore, this must be an easy way for the child to learn all of the colours of the rainbow. So, all they have to do is, now my colours are going to be on Leo's tummy, so I'm going to say, all they have to do is touch the colour pad. Touch the colour pad on Leo's tummy, and I'm mentioning his name throughout. I'm trying to avoid saying it's, and I've used the possessive apostrophe there because the tummy belongs to Leo. All they have to do is touch the colour pad on Leo's tummy, and I could stop there, but that doesn't tell me how the child's going to learn it. What will happen when I touch the colour pad? Well, it could light up, but that still wouldn't tell me what the colour is. So I could touch yellow and yellow could light up, but unless Leo says yellow, unless he says the colour, this is red, or this is yellow, or this is blue, then your child isn't going to learn it. So therefore you need to be really clear about how it will work. All they have to do is touch the colour pad on Leo's tummy, and Leo will say the correct I've already said colour, so this time I'm going to use shade, and Leo will say the correct shade back to them. Now, I've read about lots of coloured eyes in your plans, and I've been really impressed by how inventive you've been for this feature. Some of you said touch his nose and his eyes will light up a different colour, or he will flash and he will talk at the same time. So I'm really excited to see how your feature works. I have just actually magpied my idea from this product that already exists, so I think you'll be able to come up with something even more creative. Now, the final bit is, which I'm sure you'll remember from last week, is a little bit on what the benefit of this feature is. Because hopefully the parents will already realise that this is a cool feature and it is really important for your children to learn colours. However, some parents will need it made a bit more obvious to them. So I'm going to say, your child will love this because your child will love this because. Now, this is the part I need to be careful about, or with rather, because there is a danger that I could be repetitive. I could say your child will love this because it will allow them to learn all the colours of the rainbow. But that's simply repeating myself. So I'm trying to think what else the child might like. If they've got lots of different colours on here, they might enjoy hearing new words that they didn't know existed, for example. So I'm going to say, your child will love this because they will hear, and here is spelt with E-A-R at the end, because that's hear when you hear something with your ear, and the clue is ear in the word, so hopefully you'll remember that. They will hear words they never knew existed. So, your child will love this love this feature because they will hear words they never knew existed. Now, in that bottom line, I have correctly spelt one homophone. So, homophone is a word that sounds the same but has a different meaning. But I've incorrectly spelt another. Can you spot it? In this last line, there's one homophone that is not spelt correctly. Well done if you managed to identify new as the incorrectly spelt word. This new means something that is brand new, so something that's never been used before, for example. So, new trainers. The new that we need here is the one with a silent K, because that relates to when you know something. So please try and bear that in mind too. Now, we've written all about feature 1, and now we're going to move on to feature 2, which will follow the same structure. However, we might make it a little bit shorter so that our reader, I guess because you would probably put your main feature, you would go into the most detail with your first few features, and then the rest would just be add-ons. So we will try and make it even more succinct if we can. Let's read back first of all before we add on the second feature. Leo the Learning Bear has a range of innovative features that will excite as well as educate your child as they clear. No idea what I was trying to say there. As they play, Miss Love. As they play. One of the fantastic features of this product is Crazy Colour Mode. This thrilling feature allows your little one to learn all the colours of the rainbow with just the touch of a button. And this phrase here is also really effective with just the touch of a button, because that also makes the reader think, gosh, that sounds really easy. That sounds great. I don't need to help my child with that at all, and they'll be able to be an independent learner. All they have to do is touch the colour pad on Leo's tummy and Leo will say the correct shades back to them. Or you could say, and this friendly bear, perhaps, instead of saying Leo, Leo, Leo. Your child will love this because they will hear words they never knew existed. Or you might say your child will love this because they'll be able to learn independently for the first time, trying to avoid repetition. Okay, let's move on then to feature 2. Now, I know in year 6 that a big part of great writing is cohesion. My turn. Cohesion. Cohesion means that your ideas flow on from paragraph to paragraph. So let's read back the last line of my paragraph and let's ensure my ideas flow on. Your child will love this because they will hear words they never knew existed. Okay, paragraph 2, I'm writing about a new feature. So how am I going to introduce a new feature bearing in mind I've already talked about one? Well, I could say another one. I could say alternatively, your little one could use. I might say one of our customers' favourites is. However, please stay away from also and secondly. They are least effective. So we really need to, you try and use the words here, another one, or you could use also in the middle of a phrase, however, not at the beginning. So this is not an appropriate sentence starter. I'm going to put brackets around that, so hopefully you can remember that. Okay, I'm going to say alternatively. Alternatively means like another option is. Alternatively, your little one, so I need to be really clear what the feature is in this first sentence. Alternatively, your little one could use another one of Leo's thrilling features. Another one of Leo's, now have I already said thrilling? Yes, I have. So I'm not going to say thrilling. This time I'm going to say unique. Unique means special. Or actually, I might say special. Another one of Leo's special features. And I'm going to use a colon to introduce it. And make sure there's a capital for each word because it's the name of a feature. And this feature is going to be called, well, last time in my plan I said number mode, but thank you to all of the children for sharing. Thank you to all of you for your great ideas because I've magpied this one from somebody and the name of it is 1, 2, 3, count with me. Full stop, close the quotation marks. So I've stated what the feature is, feature 2. And I've used an adverbial to make sure my ideas flow on. Alternatively, your little one could use another one of Leo's special features. 1, 2, 3, count with me. What comes next? What's our next step? That's great. We need to clearly say what the feature does. So, what does it do? Okay, what does this do? Right, well, 1, 2, 3, count with me. It's going to help my child to count. So, this feature will help your child, this time I'm going to say, will help your tiny tot. This feature will help your tiny tot to count from 0 to 10 will this feature allow your child to count from 0 to 10? That's the next thing you need to think of. So this feature will help your tiny tot count to 0 from 10. Your tiny tot will help your tiny tot count from, always really important to read back your work, count from 0 to 10. That little dash stands for 10. Okay? This feature will help your tiny tot count from 0 to 10. How will it help? How will this feature help? Well, I'm going to add to this sentence and say, using the digits on Leo's arms. Using the digits on Leo's arms. Digits is another word for numbers. And these are the digits I'm talking about. And perhaps in my product, I'm going to think about having 0 to 10 on one arm and other numbers along the other arm. Using the digits on Leo's arms. Now, at this point, you might say how it works. You could say, when your child squeezes a number, Leo will say the correct digit back to them, allowing them to develop confidence in maths. However, I think this feature is quite obvious how it will work. Or perhaps there could be pictures under each number. So there could be 1. Perhaps there'd be 1 here, like 1 star here, and 2 stars here, and 3 here. Or Leo might just say the number when they squeeze his arm. So I think that's quite obvious, so I'm not going to say how it works. I'm just going to speak about now how this feature can also challenge your child. So that's something else we really need to consider. Perhaps not for every feature, but I'm going to put a star here so you remember it, and a C for challenge. Perhaps not for every feature, because it's hard to challenge children when they've learnt all their colours. It's not much use them learning colours that they probably won't ever use, for example. But with numbers and letters, bright children who are fast at picking up new learning, will definitely need to be challenged. Otherwise, their parents won't buy this product because they'll think that they won't get any use out of it after one or 2 days when they've learned the numbers from 0 to 10. So I'm going to say, add in a challenge statement here. When your child, in fact, I'm going to say when your brain box, parents will like that, especially if they think that their child's particularly smart already. When your brain box develops confidence, what will Leo do? I'm going to say Leo will. In fact, I've used Leo quite a lot, so instead of Leo, I'm going to put Leo down and green it so you remember that I'm working on cohesion and language choices. I'm going to say the number 1 rated bear, the number 1 rated bear in the UK. That's a better way of saying Leo. It's a great synonym for his name. In the UK, comma, no, sorry, I don't need a comma there, will challenge your child, or will challenge them, when your brain box develops confidence, or when your brain box becomes fluent with numbers from 0 to 10, or if you're doing letters, when your brain box can repeat back all of the letters of the alphabet, Leo will, or the number 1 rated bear in the UK will challenge them with numbers up to 50. When the number is over 20, you should write the number in words. And then you might say, your child will love the thrill of learning numbers way beyond their years. So you might also put an advantage there, which would make it really clear to the parents just how brilliant this feature is. Okay, so I've written there about my 2 features, and you can see that for each of them I've followed the steps to success. I haven't included a benefit here because you don't always have to. If you think the benefit is obvious, which in this case I think it's quite clear that the benefit is obvious, then you might not include it. The really important thing about this piece of writing is to be judicious. That means to make really careful choices as a writer. So I think I've already been persuasive enough with this feature, so I don't need to include a benefit. And plus, I've already included a benefit for this feature. Now, for this feature, I said how it will work. For this feature, I didn't go into as much detail, but you can, for each of them, go follow the steps to success, every single one of them. Now, you should have the main part. You should always have the name of the feature and what does it do, but otherwise, the choice is yours as a writer, and I'm really excited to see what you come up with. Now, as always, let's read back what I've written and then you're ready to begin. Leo the Learning Bear has a range of innovative features. I'm just going to underline that expanded noun phrase. Innovative features that will excite as well as educate your child as they play. One of the fantastic features of this product is Crazy Colour Mode. This thrilling feature allows your little one to learn all the colours of the rainbow with just the touch of a button. All they have to do is touch the colour pad on Leo's tummy and Leo will say the correct shade back to them. Your child will love this because they will hear words they never knew existed. Or your child will love this because they will be able to replicate exactly what Leo says. They might even do a tiger voice too. Oh, Miss Love, Leo's a bear, not a tiger. Forgot there for a second. But you can make it really exciting at this point. Alternatively, remembering my cohesive adverbial, your little one could use another one of Leo's special features. 1, 2, 3, count with me. This feature will help your tiny tot count from 0 to 10 using the digits on Leo's arms. This feature will help your tiny tot count from 0 to 10 using the digits on Leo's arms. Great. When your brain box develops confidence, the #1 bear in the UK, I absolutely love this part because it's really persuasive. At this point, the parents will be thinking, I must buy this product, it's the #1 bear in the UK. The #1 bear in the UK will challenge them with numbers up to 50. They'll be, and then I might say something here, I might add in a really informal line at the end and say they'll be counting with their eyes closed in no time. Or in no time at all, they'll be counting up to 100. So you can add a tiny benefit in there in one sentence if you wanted to, or something really informal. They'll be counting with their eyes closed in no time. And that line will make me, obviously it's not possible to do that, but I'm trying to imply that they'll make really quick progress and hopefully that will persuade the reader as well. Okay, so I'm looking forward to seeing all of the techniques employed in your work today and 2 features written about. As ever, remember to upload your outstanding work onto Seesaw. This lesson has been 27 minutes long, so you should have a half an hour to write yours to make sure that you're producing the quality of work that the children are also doing in school because they're spending 1 hour on their lessons and that's what we would hope you would be doing too. Now, some of you might get it finished a little bit earlier, and that's great. Please use the time to check over it and be really critical of yourself as a writer. What can I do better? Have I employed all the creative or the persuasive techniques? Is this going to sell? I can't wait to see your ideas. Have a great rest of the day, and well done for making it through to the end of the lesson. See you all tomorrow. Bye.